subscribers and new viewers. My name is Enid. I'm itching for stitching. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm recording my 5th Flosstube video, I think. And I finished my 10-year-old, at least. I'm not exactly 100% certain when I started it, but I'm pretty sure it was about that long ago. Legacy WIP, and I was, like I had said in my previous Flosstube, I'm pretty sure I'd said that I was abandoning the concept of stitching a black sampler all this month. It was killing my stitchy bug, and my Legacy WIPs were screaming at me. So I busted out my Celtic knot freebie from Ink Circles, and I just kept working on it until it was finished. So that it's actually oriented this way. I have a pencil mark up there, so that's how I know. Because it's symmetrical, so it's kind of confusing. But I think my last stitch was down here somewhere. Sorry, my stitch is a little wonky there. So I think because I had finished all the green, so I had worked on finishing the outlining and then filling in, and I decided to finish it on the purples and not on the dark purple, so that's what I did. And it got a little bath, a very gentle bath, and I was expecting the water to be filthy after all this time of me touching it and being, it was in like a Ziploc bag for a long time, and just, you know, but it was actually really clean, so I was kind of a little disappointed. I thought it'd be like amazing. It's so dirty, but it wasn't. So I saved these, if the store gives me the, like for pants or something, this thing, I use it to, when I've washed my needlework, I hang it up and so it will air dry, and I find that very convenient because I can use the shower curtain rod or just a curtain rod in my office or in the closet, whatever is available to me. And anyway, it's slightly wrinkly, but I want to put this in a frame. I'm not going to pillow finish this or anything of the sort. It is too important to me, but I just don't know what I'm going to do. Like in my head, I see like a hexagonal or an octagonal frame, and I'm probably thinking on that wrong because this is, you know, not that shape. But I don't, like, if it's square or rectangular, I don't know if it's gonna work. I have angst over this, so right now it just, you know, it just sits there. And anyway, my back's a little unsightly. I had trouble in a couple of spots, so but when I look at it, it's actually not that bad. I've definitely had worse. So, but yeah, that's done. So there's at least one person that has expressed a desire to stitch this project, which you can still get, and it's free. So for the pale purple, I used 38.35. For the dark purple, 38.34. For the dark green, looks like 9.91. For the pale green, 38.15. I don't think in the pattern it tells you what colors to use. I just approximated it according to what it looked like. I do have some of the, I don't think I have all of them. Or do I? That's bananas that I think I actually have all of the DMC color things, so that's nuts that I kept these all this time. So, yep. So those are the colors I used. And somewhere I had the wad of thread that I was going to show, and now I can't find it, which is, oh, here it is. So it got really messy at the end. So yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, I might try to unwind some of this, but yeah, that's my color scheme right there. And yeah, I think it's stunning. It shouldn't have taken that long, but I was pretty new to Joe Blan or Lugana at the time, and I found it tricky. But because I've been using those fabrics for so long now, once I just picked it up and went with it, it was easy as can be. So after that, I decided to start working on my other Legacy WIP. I have a goal to finish this in the month of January. So I finally hit the 60% mark today. The markup R-XP with some of these hankier patterns, it's not counting it correctly. It's counting this as like 99% finished. It is 100% finished. I have went through and made absolutely certain, and there's no way to adjust that and mark it as completed, which is really annoying. I might email the guy and see if he can add that when you know it is done, that you can mark it completed, and it'll change it to 100%, and then it's done and dusted. I usually don't delete them from the markup, so I can look through and see what I've completed. It'll show when I completed it and that kind of thing. I just find that enjoyable. So I'm a little suspicious that I have gone through. I did forget to mark off, I can't remember where it was. It was somewhere in here. It might have been here. I don't remember. So I went and clicked on marked stitches, and yeah, I had already stitched. I don't know why that happened, but it did. So I fixed that at least. So I'm finding this confusing because this pattern is not, it's hard to explain. It's not the whole round. It's split in half. And like I tried looking at the whole page and markup, and it just puts one on top of the other. So I referenced to the picture of the finished design, which is in a tab on markup, if I get confused, because when I'm looking at the PDF, it's like, it's about like that, I guess. Something like that. So it just doesn't make sense sometimes, which I find really annoying. But anyway, I'm just going to try to do the outlining along the break line between the first page and the second page, and fill that in, and then move on, and then I'm not going to get confused about what's going on there. So that's just what I thought would work. So it's in a Morgan hoop, and I had this doesn't match, it's sailboats, but I don't think it matters. So I just so I have a desk clamp Lowry, and I've been stitching like mad. That's what I used stitching on this one, and wash Flosstube and what have you. But this one I find really soothing, because once I do the outlining, it's just one color fill work, which I find really enjoyable. That's like the treat to me. So I find the outlining a little bit, it's not too unpleasant, but it's easy to goof up. So I had actually stitched down and realized I missed these 2 stitches right there this morning, and so I had to undo. I didn't cut this, I just undid my stitches and redid them, so it's correct now. I made sure. So there's a color that goes there. I think it's this one. So and then obviously there's more over here, but yeah, I'm gonna work my way down, finish some of that, and then I can work in the other outlining. That's my plan anyway. So yeah, that's my stitching plans. It's not the most I mean, for me this is an exciting floss too, because I've been working on that Celtic knot for a million years. So I started this one in 2019. I had to go through my Etsy purchases to find when I had bought this PDF. So I think I would have started it right after. And anyway, so it's about, I think I started in February of 2019, so it's about like 6 years old, I think. So yeah, it's not 8 years old, but I couldn't remember exactly. I remember where I first saw somebody stitching this, and that's why I bought it and started stitching it. So yeah, but I think the more I work on it, the more stunning it becomes. Like, I'm just flabbergasted when this is done, I think it's probably going to be the most beautiful thing I ever stitched. Because it's just, I don't know. And I'm going to, like, if I can find a round hoop of the right size, like a cheap one, I think I'll do a hoop finish, because I think it's crying out for it because of the round shape. Golly. So there's a bunch of, I can't remember if there's 4 in the series of these, stained glass flowers from Corey Camel Embroidery. I bought that. I bought them all. So you can buy it as like all 4 in one PDF. I'm not sure if you can buy them piecemeal. I'm pretty sure I bought this piecemeal though, and then went back and bought the other ones after. So I might very well stitch all of them. The problem is, like, I think I said this before, I don't have, this is a one-off, this is a special piece of fabric someone dyed for me, and so, but the thing is, I could use some other fabric and just not keep them in the same spot, or keep them in the same spot and say, who cares? I just wish I had this fabric, because I love it. It is so lovely to stitch on. It's so meaty and like it's soft, but it has such it's so sturdy, and it has body to it. I don't, it's just Ada, but I don't have words beyond that. It's just a pleasure to work on, and I've always loved stitching on this. It just has taken me an eternity to finish it. But yeah, so anyway, I'm getting like winter weather advisories popping up on my phone and stuff. So this weekend we're gonna have a winter storm. They're saying upwards of 1 foot of snow for the whole weekend, but I don't believe that'll be our neighborhood. It'll be like the foothills and the places that usually get hammered. But I think we will get a decent amount, which is good because we need it. But it's gonna be so freaking cold. I think the coldest temperature that they're predicting that we will have is like -8 Fahrenheit, which is like -22 Celsius or something. And it'll be like 24-hour mile-an-hour wind gusts. So yeah, I'm gonna stay home. I'm not going outside in that. It's already nasty. I went to let my dog out, and the wind slammed the outer door shut on me. Like, it grabbed it and just, so yeah, and it's overcast. So in about, I'm not sure what time it is, but in a couple hours the snow's supposed to start. Like, it's really supposed to get cray. So anyway, yeah, it's a great time to hunker down and cross stitch and stuff. I just hope we don't lose power, because yeah, that might pose a problem, because I only have this in PDF format. I don't have a color printer, and I'm just stitching it off the PDF because that's my preference anyway. I don't like stitching off paper. So I just, I can do it. I just don't, if I can stitch off it digitally, and that's my preference. So anyway, I was going to go to like Joann's or something, or Walmart, or I don't know, and search for a frame for this bad boy. But yeah, I'm not going out in that. So it's okay. It's waited this long. And I can just admire it. And this fabrics, I think it's Star Sapphire Joe Bland or something like that. It's so beautiful. It's soft green color. I just love this. I think it's stunning. Oh gosh, I just love it. Anyway, I think that's about enough for now. So yeah, I have a hot tea. Yeah, a giant mug. Oops, I bumped my phone holder. So yeah, it's kind of weather calls for hot tea. So anyway, hope the weather is what you prefer where you are, and that you are enjoying your cross stitching. And yeah, anyway, remember to keep stitching because you count. Thank you for subscribing and commenting, liking. I really appreciate it. And until next time, bye for now.